Welcome back to FAWKES News, Fox News. I'm Eric Tanzi, your host. If you like my short content here on this new YouTube channel and you want my long form content, head over to Failure to Stop podcast. That's where I'm at 5 days a week doing society and culture news on Mondays, political news on Wednesdays, and then big case breakdowns with all sorts of special guests on Fridays. That's the Failure to Stop podcast network. Real quick, before I jump into this whole who is Kamala Harris, we have a big comedy show October 18th at Tactical Brewing Company, Orlando, Florida, followed by Shell Shock with the Anti-Hero podcast, Two Cops, One Donut Shop podcast, Failure to Stop podcast, a Palooza in Orlando. Everybody's staying at the Sheridan North. A lot of special guests like Conservative Anthony, Kyle Rittenhouse, Eddie Gallagher, some other gun bunny influencers. It's going to be a rager in Orlando, but this is short form content, Fox News. I want to be loosey-goosey today. I'm trying to put about 2 or 3 of these out a day. This is something new that I'm doing. It's personal to me. It's something I've wanted to do. It's my own channel. I'm not bound by any sponsors or anything like that. I can say exactly what I want when I want to say it. And so that's what this is. If you would hit the subscribe button so I can get those followers to that magic 500 number, we can start doing these live and I can address live comments while we do them. But this is all on the heels of I saw this video of Kamala just acting crazy, in my opinion. Now, listen, I don't always go hard in the paint one way or the other. I believe that big government propaganda is a real thing, and I'm not trying to be a part of that. So if you go back and you watch my other videos, I give you the totality. I break it all down. And listen, I gave Biden praise on his very humanizing act of trading the hats in Pennsylvania. I thought that was one of the most real political moments ever where he just put politics aside and became a real human. And I know he's getting chastised, and I understand that the memes are going to be there. I would expect nothing less from the good old interwebs. But if you want to look at it objectively, I think that was one of the more pure moments for Joe Biden. And also my stance on The Rock endorsing Trump, which he did not endorse Trump, as the big media would like you to believe. He did not endorse Trump. He just had some nice things to say about Trump. But also, we know if you watch that video 3 videos ago, then he also has a monetary reason. And I'll let you go and watch that video, and I pull all the receipts and show you why The Rock may have allegedly endorsed Trump, which he did not, but he did say some nice things. I get it. Go watch the video. So today I want to say, like, the reason why I'm jumping into this and I want to have fun with this is because we all watched the debate. And if you didn't, that's okay. But Kamala Harris was never fact-checked and Trump was fact-checked the entire time. But here's the thing this is the big problem I've had with Kamala from the beginning is nobody knows who or what she is. Now, when I served in special operations, one of our mottos was all things to all people. You have to be all things to all people. Actually, jack of all trades and really master of none was kind of a common theme in special forces and special operations. You had your one specialty, but you had to be a jack of all trades. You had to have a little bit of medic training, a little bit of engineer training, definitely a lot of weapons training. You had a little counter espionage training. You had some counter terrorist training. You had some training on how to be a terrorist yourself. I mean, all things to all people all the time. But Kamala Harris seems to take this to a whole nother level. And it's getting a little bit bonkers. And so what I have done for you today is I've compiled this whole video to show you all the flip-flops. And I'm not talking about reef sandals. I'm talking about the flip-flops, the wishy-washies, the I'm a Jamaican man, or I celebrate Hanukkah with the menorah, or thank you, union leader versus you better thank a union leader. I mean, it gets bonkers. And I've compiled this whole video so that if you're having this debate with one of your friends, your political rival friends, and hopefully you're still friends because we should all be friends despite our political beliefs. Because listen, neither side are racists. Okay, neither side is going to be the end of democracy as we know it. That's hyperbolic. That's what the propaganda media wants you to believe. That's not what FAWKES, Fox News, is all about. All right. But this is fun to bring up in the debates. And I have to ask, if you're on the left and you want to drop me a comment, are you okay with this or are you annoyed by it? I mean, listen, I don't think Trump fans have a problem with saying what they're annoyed about Trump about. But I've never heard somebody really, all I've heard is a lot of excuses on this. And it seems inappropriate to me, actually. Like nuts and bolts, down to the nuts and bolts. I feel like this is inappropriate behavior. Now, remember in the debate, she said, well, listen, I don't have to tell you. I'm about to show you the receipts, baby. But let me just show you what her stance is outside of the debate, when she's not talking to everybody, when she's talking to her people, her constituents. Here's what she says versus what she says to both parties.
So as governor, he expanded background checks and increased penalties for illegal firearm sales. And together, when we win in November, we are finally going to pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and an assault weapons ban. An assault weapons ban. An assault weapons ban. An assault weapons ban.
Can somebody remix that for me? An assault weapons ban. Assault weapons ban.
Support, and over the last 4 years as vice president, private healthcare options. But what we need to do is maintain and grow the Affordable Care Act. But I'll get to that, Lindsay. I just need to respond to a previous point that the former president has made. I've made very clear my position on fracking. And then this business about taking everyone's guns away. Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying of guns away. So stop with the anybody's guns away. So taking anybody's guns away. So taking anybody's guns away. So stop with the continuous lying about.
What? An assault weapons ban. We're not taking anybody's guns away. We're not taking anybody's guns away. Man, I wish I had a musical bone in my body. That one's not even as crazy. I just wanted to warm you up. You know what I mean? A little flow roll before we get into this sparring event. Let's go on to this one. I really enjoy this one. Here we go.
Favor of banning fracking. So yeah, and I'm in favor of banning fracking. So yeah, I'm in favor of banning fracking.
Eric, why are you doing this 3 times? Like, why are you? Because I think 3 is a magic number. And maybe if I play it 3 times, you'll remember it when I play the next clip.
So yeah, and starting with what we can do on day 1 around public lands, right? And then there has to be legislation. But yes, and this is something I've taken on in California. I have a history of working on this issue. And to your point, we have to just acknowledge that the residual impact of fracking is enormous in terms of the impact on the health and safety of.
Do you still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020. Made that clear on the debate stage in 2020. Clear on the debate stage in 2020 that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
Sorry. Did I Bermuda Triangle? Alternate reality. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe we're in the Matrix and we're like skipping universes. You know what I'm saying? Like multi-universe. Does anybody else feel like that? Now, this is a favorite one of mine. Okay. Look, I'm trying to get through this quick. This is supposed to be quick. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. If you want my long form content, hit me up on Political News. It's live on Failure to Stop podcast tomorrow at 10 a.m. You can find me live and we can chat about it. Hopefully we'll be able to chat on here one day. But this is a good one. This was in Pennsylvania this week. This is in Pennsylvania. And then she's going to fly over to Detroit. Tell me if there's something amiss here. Is there something different? One of these things is not like the other.
Thank unions for paid family leave. Thank unions for your vacation time.
Huh. I don't know. Let me play it again. Maybe.
Thank unions for paid family leave.
And then in Detroit, it sounded a little bit like this.
You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Oh, man. Did I just nail that? Let me try it again. Let me make me big and her small. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Let's play with this.
You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed with myself. Did I land that, by the way? Did I stick that? Let me know in the comments if I should do more of those. Maybe that should be a tiki-talkie. Very different though. Am I right? Thank you, union member. If I said thank you, union member. Hang on. Like, listen. And that's not all. Let's keep going. Do you guys want to? Are you having fun with this? I'm having fun with this. Let's keep the train moving on Kamala Harris. Reef sandal level flip-flops. I like this one too.
They asked her if she was pro-legalizing marijuana. She said, of course I smoked marijuana. Half my family's from Jamaica. Are you kidding me? Well, her own father had a problem with that. But listen to what she said on The Breakfast Club.
They say you oppose legalizing weed.
That's not true.
I know.
And look, I joke about it, half joking. Half my family's from Jamaica. Are you kidding me?
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay. Like
And I inhale. I did inhale.
It's really hysterical for the former attorney general of that state.
Okay, so that's what
asked her
she
if she
said.
was-
Sorry about that. That's what she said, right? She says, I'm Jamaican. So she's Jamaican. She's Jamaican. Her family's Jamaican. But what does her dad have to say about it? Let me see here. I got this. I got to pull these clips for you. I'm producing this whole show by myself, and I like it. I really enjoy it. Let's see. Kamala's. Where are we? Yeah, here we go. Let's see what her dad has to say about that little remark about, of course I smoke weed. I'm Jamaican.
She says this: my dear departed grandmothers, as well as my deceased parents, must be turning in their grave right now to see their family's name, reputation, and proud Jamaican identity being connected in any way, jokingly or not, with the fraudulent stereotype of pot-smoking, joy-seeking, and in pursuit of identity politics. Man, that was.
So her dad was a professor, and she grew up in Berkeley, and her mom was Indian. So you can see like where the dad was like, yo, what? That's a little crazy, Kamala. But hang on. Is she Jamaican? Is she Jamaican? Because, well, she is. She is because she talks a little bit Jamaican. She can talk it. Here we go. Let me just play this one.
Where you say I'm gonna take a couple days and go here. Where's that?
My kitchen and start cooking.
The kitchen. What's your favorite meal to cook?
Curry goat.
Yeah, man.
Jerk chicken.
Yeah, man. them gonna bush and bring me back a goat and I cook it up.
Hold on, it's only funny to me because I know the totality of this. Hey, Rod, this one.
To call, like, I should be calling you Senator Harris, right?
No, you should not. That's not on my birth certificate.
Okay.
Call
Kamala?
Yes, please.
Okay, because the Indian in me, I feel like my parents,
Just
my
don't
dad
call
will
me-
watch this.
Just don't call me auntie.
Okay, I won't call you auntie. They'll be like, how could you call her by her first name? She's worked so hard. Okay, so what we're gonna cook today
Okay.
is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like our thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian.
We're both Indian.
Yes.
But actually,
Okay, hold on.
Any other holidays, we will be celebrating Kwanzaa a little differently this season in our home. We'll be doing it over Zoom. You know, my sister and I, we grew up celebrating Kwanzaa. Every year, our family and our extended family, we would gather around across multiple generations, and we tell stories. The kids would sit on the carpet, and the elders would sit in chairs, and we would light the candles, and of course, afterwards, have a beautiful meal. And of course, there was always the discussion of the 7 principles. And my favorite, I have to tell you, was always the one about self-determination, Kujitagalea. And, you know, essentially it's about...
Okay. All right, I can get on board with that. She's Indian. She celebrates Kwanzaa. Okay.
Said, Hanukkah is one of our family favorites as a holiday. And every year our family, like so many around the world, gather to reflect on the lessons of the Hanukkah story, the power of the people, the possibility of the future. That even in despair, there is hope. That even in darkness, there is light. We all know for 2,000 years.
Huh. Boy, I'm getting confused here.
Said,
Oh, that's the same one. Hold on, because I have
these
another one.
important lessons.
If that's not enough for you, let's do this one. Let's do this one. I want to stay on this Hanukkah theme.
One of our favorite holidays in our big modern family.
Hanukkah.
And why do you love Hanukkah?
I love Hanukkah because it really is about the light and bringing light where there has been darkness. And there is so much work to be done in the world to bring light. And it is a celebration of always Tikkun Olam, which is about, it's about Leah. Always the one about self-determination, Kujitagalea. Fighting for justice, and always Tikkun Olam, which is about fighting for justice, and of always Tikkun Olam, which is
always Tikkun
and
Olam.
essentially it's about Kujitagalea.
Or is it Kuji?
It was always the one about self-determination, Kujitagalea.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm having too much fun. Let's keep going. Hang on. Is she let's see this one.
All the Indian spices, and he put them
In the Taster's Choice jars. And this is exactly what my mother would do. So when I walked in and saw this, literally, I didn't know it was actually a thing among our
I guess
people.
it's an Indian
It
thing.
apparently is a thing.
Okay, cool. So
I didn't know it was a thing among our people. Oh, I didn't know it was a thing among our people. So I guess she's Indian. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Jamaican. Now, like, keep up with me here. I wanted to do. No, we already did that one. Don't need to do it again. Let me get the one that I haven't done yet on the Indian thing here. Probably should have labeled these a little bit better. I just wanted to have fun today.
You called out your chittis on national television. I nearly died because even when you do see Indians represented, it's always in Hindi, right? So, I mean, literally there were tears streaming down my face. I couldn't believe it. I got chills. I was just so moved because I thought the 5-year-old and the 20-year-old versions of you and me today.
Yeah. So when it came up in the debate about is she black or anything, I think it's a valid question at this point. Because how about this, for example?
About Joe Biden. I have... Hello to all my divine 9 brothers and sisters. And my sorors. And to all my HBCU brothers and sisters. God helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024. Yes, we will.
Let me do one more and then I'm going to end it because I know this is supposed to be short. I want to keep it short and sweet for all of you guys. I like to keep these things under 20 minutes. This is just to wrap it all up. Here is Peter Ducey asking Jean-Pierre Luc Picard about all of this.
Since when does the vice president have what sounds like a Southern accent?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well,
I mean, this is...
she was talking about unions in Detroit using one tone of voice.
Is this something that you
Same
think?
line
Okay, Peter.
that
let's-
she used the same line in Pittsburgh, and it sounded like she at least had some kind of a southern drawl.
I mean,
What?
do you hear the question that I mean, do you think Americans seriously think that this is an important question? They care, you know what they care about? They care about the economy. They care about lowering costs. They care about health care. That's what Americans care about.
So
That's what they want to hear.
This is something.
They care about, your colleague just asked me about what basically we talked about, went back and forth about democracy and freedom. That's what they care
I
about. I'm not
agree.
even going to entertain some question about the president. It's just hearing it sounds so ridiculous.
Well, but hearing it is
The question, I'm talking about the questions is just insane.
is that how she talks in meetings? Here?
I'm just, Peter, we're moving on. We're still moving on.
Dude, he's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. Let me listen, guys, in the comments, please, for the sake of the algorithm, please, in the comments, do you think Kamala Harris and all of these accents and the Kwanzaas and the Hanukkahs and the Indian stuff and the Northern Black and then the Southern Black, and do you think it's all just a little ridiculous? Let me know in the chats. Join me later this afternoon as we start to cover what we now know about the second assassination Trump shooter. Until then, guys, like G.I. Joe always says, now you know, and knowing is half the battle.